All right, so June is coming up. I'm so excited.
I'm so
It's our
excited.
summertime.
To me, June is always a great one because there's so many things that have gone into completion in May. You know what I'm saying? Usually kids have finished with school.
Yes.
We're ready for summer. We've kind of got like all the tests are out of the way and kind of like big changes start coming. Families go on vacation. All of those kind of like crazy things just begin.
Yes.
So June always has like this great energy with it. But one of the things I think is really most important to understand about June is our summer solstice.
Oh, summer solstice.
That is kind of like our switching over to technically planetary, sunwise, all of that energy coming in together. And it's going to make some big changes. It always does, but a lot of times, like, if you're not really connecting in to the sun as it moves into the sign of Cancer, which really is our summer solstice. That's kind of like the beginning. Like, that's our trigger. That's what's going to happen. There's a lot of energy that's going to happen before that, and there's going to be a lot of energy that happens after that, and it's kind of like bumping up our energy in that area.
Oh, so can we see what our angels have for us for the month of June?
Okay, so how many cards would you like for me to do?
I'm feeling 3.
Okay, I was feeling 6, but we'll go with 3.
Oh, I go with 6, so I'll have 6.
Okay, we'll do 6.
It's a big month.
So, card 1, card 2, card 3. Okay, and we're going to do the other ones in a minute. We're going to further define those cards.
Oh,
so,
nice.
what is card number 1?
Card number 1
is the 10th house, and this is the authority. And in our world, the true authority is our sun. Our sun is the true authority. Like, how do you pick out north? You know where the sun is.
Yes.
It's one of those, like, this is our true authority, and kind of like our, like, where are we going to go in the world? How are we going to modify things in our world? Our sun is our true source and our true energy with this. So this is going to be like, yeah, here we're going. And so I'm going to further define our authority by one card. This is the card. And so our sun wants us to know our south node is our past. And this is kind of coming up about planetary alignments that may bring up past issues or past ideas, not necessarily a bad thing, or things that you kind of like, things that you thought as a child and now you're realizing they're different in some way. But it's one of those, our source, our authority is going to be bringing up our past in some ways. And that's going to be a very interesting one for us. And this is kind of noted by the planets because our sun just moved into different north nodes and south nodes. So that's kind of an interesting one. Okay, so what do we have next? Number 2, Cancer. This is all about the immersion. Now, literally, our summer solstice is because our sun went into the sign of Cancer.
Oh, nice.
So this is coming in to immerse ourselves with changes. The sun's energy. How are we going to change? Now, one of the things that I'm going to tell you in this is like literally under the word immersion, this is talking about is getting some sunlight on your body. I don't mean you need to go sunbathe for days or hours or whatever else. Go outside, get 10 to 15, 20 minutes of some sunshine. And one of the other things is take off your sunglasses.
Oh, yeah.
So many people go outside and they have these big sunglasses on and their eyes are getting no sunlight and everything else. Our body requires the sun. And I understand, like if I'm out in the sun all day, I'm going to get sunburned. I get that.
Yes.
10 to 15 minutes, you're probably not going to get sunburned.
Yeah.
And it's actually going to help you sleep better. So let me kind of further define Cancer's energy and the immersion with this card. This is the card. This is retrograde or kind of the review. So that's kind of what we need to do is kind of like review what's coming in or things that we're immersed into. Like things that we're kind of like, I'm overwhelmed with this, or this is driving me crazy, or this is something that I'm dealing with. Kind of like go back in and kind of like, how do I require changing this, modifying this, upgrading this? Maybe it's not my job and I'm doing it and it's someone else's job. Maybe I need to do things differently or change who's doing this part. So it's kind of like, let's make some changes in that area. So it's like, let's further define this one.
Let's get those changes done.
Get those changes. Okay. Our third card is Venus, and this is the beloved. Now, This is also a very important information that's coming out and everything else. We also have a planetary alignment that starts on our summer solstice, which is bringing up our summer of love, because Venus is moving into the sign of Leo, and it's not the kind of love like, who do I love or who's going to fall in love. This is all about Leo is bringing up falling back in love with you.
Aww.
So Leo's energy is all about like you shining within. How are you making changes within you? Not about other people or falling in love with other people. It's like Venus love is just love. And Leo's energy kind of brings it in of how do you love yourself? How are you letting yourself shine? And that could be anything. Maybe you go have a mani-pedi. Maybe you go walk around the mall for a couple of hours by yourself. Like, how is it that you're going to honor you during this time frame? So, like, how are you going to be dealing with this? So, let me get us another card to further define this. This is the conjunction, and this is all about the alliance in this. And so the alliance with Venus and love and Leo and all that kind of stuff is we're in the middle of all of this. If you don't love you, how can you expect someone else to love you?
Exactly.
It's a huge one, and so many times I would say probably I think teenagers deal with this more because it's one of those like they're trying to pull away from being like with mom and dad all the time, and I'm trying to learn how to be an adult on my own. And so it's kind of like their alliance is kind of like I want to be with the family, but I want to be away from the family, and I want to be with the family, but I want to be away. Kind of like that
by themselves.
By themselves. And so this is kind of like their summer. Summer's always a great time to do this. Is like they start pulling away and wanting to do things with their friends, and I want to do this, and I want to go here. And this is a great time to kind of give them that allowance to kind of go and kind of like this time to go be with their friends and do things, but then also bringing about now's the family time. Now we're going to do things as a family. This is what we're going to do together. So kind of helping them find that balance and that alignment with not only being with your friends, but also being with your family as well.
It's going to be a good summer, Sarah.
It's going to be a great summer, and it's going to have an amazing energy to it. Make sure that you do something to honor the summer solstice in some way, shape, or form, however that is for your person. How do you want to do that? I normally do a huge whole ceremony with this, and so this year I'm going to be taping that.
Oh,
so
nice.
That'll be kind of like an interesting one, like how do I get that all on tape? Usually it takes me about 4 to 6 hours to do all of it.
Wow.
So this is not something like, 5 minutes and I'm ready to do something else. This takes time, effort, energy, alignments, and so I may not tape all of it, but I'm going to tape as much of it as I can because I want to show people like this is a great way to honor not only ourselves, our planet, but our universe as well.
I love it. Gotta love it.
Gotta love it. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.